guys, it's Nemo, and today I just want to make a commentary on the new Cleveland, the up-tiered Cleveland. She's relatively the same with a couple of minor buffs, but otherwise it's the same Cleveland that you had at Tier 6. Now, at Tier 6, just note also I don't have premium consumables in this test, and I only have a 10-point captain. Oh, my Tier 6 Cleveland, I had a 19-point captain. Much different. So, the buffs for the Cleveland at Tier 8 are obviously turret traverse. As you can see, they're traversing relatively quick right now. And the fire, the rate of fire is now down to 6.5. Which makes it better, but not that good. The arcs as well aren't as bad. The firing arcs, they don't, at closer ranges they're a lot flatter than what they used to be, but you can still sit over an island, even though this is the ocean map, which is a potential map that you could face with your Tier 8 Cleveland. And we are up against the Midway, which is also a potential matchup in your Cleveland, your Tier 8 Cleveland. Now you have 25mm of armor, which means that bow and stern armor, most of your plate armor is 25mm, which means any battleship from Tier 8 upwards will penetrate you and overmatch, which means that you can't really angle. You'd have to get a really good RNG roll to be able to angle against it. Your AA is also, it was God tier in Tier 6, but that same AA in Tier 8, which means Tier 10 planes, is nothing. It's pathetic. With the defensive fire you can knock down quite a few planes. I'm only playing against one aircraft carrier here. I haven't got any cover, so maybe the test isn't up to standard. Maybe I should do it where there's cover and where I've got allies and other things like that, but we're just doing, it's just for testing's sake. So you still can shoot down a number of planes, but it's nothing like what you'd be doing back in old Tier 6. So the other thing is that your 152mm guns cannot over-penetrate any armor above 25mm. So IFHE is a must. With IFHE, then you will be able to penetrate. But as you watch a bit later, I will probably bounce. I've done numerous tests on, this is the first time I've done testing with the commentary on, but it's likely that I'm going to shatter, as I have plenty of times against the Midway, most of my shells on the Midway. So 10-point captain makes it difficult. She has good concealment. That's a lot better than what it used to be. The concealment for it is now 9.1. 11.1 as you can see there because I'm burning, but when the fire's out it's 9.1. The horrible thing is that the gun range is only 14.2. This is still stock. There's no upgrades on it yet, the B hull or the gun upgrade. Good thing about the 9.1 concealment is that you have a radar of 9 kilometers, which means that as soon as you're spotted, within 100 meters you can pop your radar. So there are certain things that are okay with the Cleveland, but she's still weak. And in the last 2 days of playing battles, there have been an absolute flood of Clevelands and Pensacola's and New Orleans. It doesn't make that the ships aren't really that much different to what they were in the tiers above. It seems to be that people think they're totally different, that they're going to be superior to what they were down below, or in tiers above, because our high tier ships now move to a low tier, a mid tier. We can dominate with a high tier ship, but no, they've all been nerfed, or in the Cleveland's case, hardly buffed. It is a weak ship. I've noticed that the games I've played where there have been Clevelands, the team with the most Clevelands has lost. Now, it never used to be like that in tier 6. Cleveland was the tier 6 cruiser of choice. But tier 8, she's just not very strong at all. Okay, as you can see, I'm getting shatters. Plenty of shatters. Because it's only a 10-point cap and there's no IFHE. The good thing is though, is the turret traverse, as you can see, has been relatively buffed. And she does fire quicker, which is good, so and the more shit you throw at the wall, the more it's going to stick. But saying that, look how close I had to get on the map before I could even start striking the midway. I know the midway is at the back of the map, but I can't even get shots on it from halfway through there, even if it was visible from aircraft or a destroyer. The range is just, it might be okay for tier 6, but it's definitely not okay for tier 8, which always, rarely do you not play against tier 10 ships. So this is a potential matchup you're going to have to face, which is a midway. Now I know I'm hitting the deck here, there's not that much to aim for when you're front on, so I'll try and aim for the conning tower. But the superstructure on aircraft carriers is so minimal that you're not really going to do much. You have to hit more in that area of the ship where it's a bit open. So that's just a quick commentary on the Cleveland. Don't think she's a superstar, and you don't need to spam her in tier 8, she's weak. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I really loved tier 6 Cleveland. Tier 6 Cleveland was an absolute beast. Not overpowered, but in the right hands she was just my favourite tier 6 cruiser, hands down. So if we have a look at our hit targets, we've got 126 hits, 31 penetrations, 95 non-penetrations, which is just shatters. And that's without IFHE. So you're going to need IFHE so you can penetrate the 25mm armour. Your fire chance isn't going to be that good, but fire chance wasn't that good anyway. I only got 4 fires. And your AA suite, yeah, it looked okay there with 34 aircraft shot down, but again, it was a one-on-one test, so the midway only had me to take on. Anyway guys, that's a quick commentary on tier 8 Cleveland. Hope you find it useful, and I'll catch you next time.